And we'll just go, we'll do some ranked Theros here. Greetings, everyone. Welcome. We're going to jump into a ranked Theros Beyond Death draft. Hooray! Last time we did this format didn't go so well. We're going to try and find our way back to positivity and good results here, or at least have some fun on the way. That's the main goal. And if your main goal is fun for your tabletop Magic game, you know to go to cardkingdom.com, right? Check them out via my affiliate link down below in the panels, and you'll see a smorgasbord of things for your tabletop strategy entertainment in the Magic realms. We've got sealed product supplies, singles, shipped fast, stood behind with an incredible customer service department, and they are taking incredible precautions during this time as well to make sure that your packages get out cleanly. And I mean, they are taking very good care of their shipping world. They're making sure everything gets sanitized and wiped down every 2 hours, and they're keeping social distancing policies for order fulfillment. And again, I'm going to keep an eye on whether at any point they need to stop doing online fulfillment based on the needs of our current pandemic. But surely, to whatever extent they legally and safely can, Card Kingdom is there for you right now to help with your tabletop stuff. Thanks, Card Kingdom. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Thank you for the sub. You can't pick up in store anymore, correct. I did one final run yesterday to Card Kingdom to drop off a sell order and pick up an order I had made. In and out real quick. I wouldn't even have bothered, but part of the sell order was paying back someone for some store credit, and I wanted to get that off my books. All right, sorry, let me get out of your way, and we'll take a look at draft view and see what we're doing. Hey, look, Heliod. We had Heliod recently. It worked out pretty well. We're going to take Heliod here and maybe wheel a Hoplite or a Wayfarer or a Hero of the Games or an Oracle if we end up in the Boros side of town. I do like a Boros Heliod deck. What, was I not balmy enough about him before, Haj? I don't know. I didn't play him much before. Liar is pretty straightforward as a clean, colorless pick, but there's a Myers Grasp, and I think the white-black Heliod goes great in white-black, so I want to take the Myers Grasp. And we get a Nightmare to follow. That's pretty cool. Blessing and Spinner are also nice cards for leaning green. But I think Nightmare pretty easy. Discipline says Liar, says Queen. I also want to point out, though, that I know that Liar is nice and open as a colorless card. But bot signals to the left matter more in Arena than they do in paper even. So cutting a black card last pack was actually pretty good, and it looks like it's going to be we're rewarded for it here because we cut the other good black card. So even though a Liar is a totally reasonable pick here, Queen, I agree. And maybe even correct in paper, I do like cutting black here against bots. Well, pretty rewarded here with a fourth pick, Rise to Glory, when we're only white-black so far. Would like a Hierophant, a Blessing, or a Flicker, or I'll take any of these white-black cards on the way back. Rise might wheel, but I'm not going to risk it. Let's just take it. It sometimes wheels, it sometimes doesn't, and it feels like we should just lock it in. Annex here is interesting, though. We are pretty heavily committed to black now, with Myers Grasp, Nightmare, and Rise being very good cards, but Annex is nice. Minions return, not great. Thirst for Meaning and Starlit Mantle, also quality. Right on, Queen. Welcome, Slapshot. I missed the hello from you, but always love to have YouTube friends show up live. Welcome. I think we speculate on Annex since there's nothing. The cost here is like an amulet or a marauder. So yeah, let's take Annex just in case the bots now just start shoving red down our throat. Not so far. Although I would like to note we have not seen any compelling white really since Heliod. So, I mean, Rise to Glory kind of qualifies. But yeah, we'll take an Omen over a Thief over an Aspect to support the Annex hedge. Another Omen. Pick 7 Pious. I think we might get a pick 9 Pious Wayfarer too. So I'm going to bank back towards the Wayfarer here. Last fresh pick of the pack says we are not in our lane. No white cards, no black cards. Could just be the pack, though. I mean, if this pack didn't have any white or black cards of note, or maybe one of each, it's not necessarily a signal. But if we did end up banking back towards red, I guess we'd rather have a wrap. So I'll take a wrap for the board. Yeah, Mirror Shield is another thing we could do. I just don't feel like we ever end up playing it realistically. This is actually a better sign, though. These are the only 3 red cards in the pack. So the only 3 red cards in the pack came back. We can keep that in mind. But we're going to take Wayfarer and then see where we end up in the next pack. Everyone's playing Mirror Shield? I don't know. Who's everyone? Is Ben Stark throwing random Mirror Shields into random decks? You tell me Ben Stark is randomly throwing Mirror Shields into decks, and I'll say maybe I need to rethink it. Yeah, we'll take Familiar, but hopefully we don't run it. Still take an Aspect. But again, I don't think we're doing this anymore. Yeah, that was... No, this was the pack right there that had... I guess we'll take... Well, do we want the minions return? Maybe we can try and make this work in this deck. It's a flash aura with 2 Wayfarers. I think I'll take it over the amulet. Dreams. Treacherous Blessing. Do we have... At least we have a life gain, so there's that, you know. We can take Treacherous Blessing knowing we have the life gain. Envoy is interesting, but I'd like to try and wheel that. I'm not a big fan of Punishment Tekken. Unless we're... I like it in Boros, and maybe we're aggro enough here. Heliod can be brought back with Rise to Glory in the sense that it's a creature. Yeah. Kills Daxo. Yeah, it's true. I'm going to get the Blessing. I think I am at the point where I would rather, in most cases, just have the sorcery common, but this is an enchantment as well, so that counts. That matters. What do we like here? Nothing. This is really thick for our colors, but there's nothing really in it. Kind of sad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in this pack are in our colors, and I don't like any of them. But Surge and Lampad are the most interesting to me. Yeah, Surge and maybe I'll pull this one. What do you think? Surge or Lampad? Since we ended up agreeing on those choices. Lampad wheels a lot. I mean, so does Surge, really. I think each of these has a chance of wheeling. Yeah, and we should be definitely considering the life gain combos. They both gain some life, though. They both combo with Heliod in that way. Oh, the poll broke. Well, I'll look. I will glance over. Yeah, it's pretty cleanly Lampad. Just a final death makes some sense here. Maybe wheel Indomitable Will. That'd be nice. But final death, straightforward. All right, this is interesting. We have Life's Bounty. It's got to be the pick here, right, with our friend Heliod. Birth of Meletus would not suck either with Heliod, but we're going to take the Life's Bounty. Another Wayfarer or the first Surge? I'm going to take another Wayfarer. And I like a Favored over the Will here. Sunmane up top over the Blessing, I think. I think we want the 4-drop creature over the Blessing for right now. Especially the lifelink creature. Courser could be good enough to help us survive until we try and do broken stuff with Heliod. But we have almost no 2s, and we're doing okay on 3s, so let's fill out our 2s a bit. Envoy comes around. That's great. And here's the pack that had so much for us, and there's still a hero in it, which I think we take here over Flicker or Temple or Cling. Yeah, we're still low on 4s. It's a flyer. Let's do it. I don't think we're running this sword. In fact, I'll just take an uncommon. Hey, nice. Got a will back. I'm going to take that. Take a Temple, possible Splash, playable Gems. Here's the Funeral Rites I was talking about, that in most decks is better than Treacherous at this point, but maybe this is better. This one's better for us because of enchantment synergies. I got Favor and Omen to consider. Omen's probably wheeling. I'm just going to take the Temple. We could just take the Omen to be sure, though. Yeah, I'm not going to be... We're gem independent. We don't need to worry about gems. I'll take the Omen just to be sure we don't fail to get it on the wheel. Yeah, it synergizes with basically everything we're doing, so let's take it. Laguna Band Storyteller does some of that as well. Hero of the Pride, though, is reasonable, too. You just drop in the hero. Bleepus is interesting a little bit, but I don't think we want Bleepus here. I think it's Hero or Storyteller. What is Storyteller getting us? I guess it gets even our Heliod back and stuff. So yeah, let's take the Storyteller. Ugh. It's a bad pack for us. Just straight up bad. Yeah, we could take Soul Reaper, and maybe we should, but we're stacked at 3, such that I'm just going to take gems and See what we wheel. I think we'll get that back on the wheel. It's all right. And I'll go with Omen here over Courser. Here's another Omen that we'll take, but there's a Rise. I guess we take a second Rise. I don't think we're running Wings. So I'll take a 1 with the stars. Another hero over Physician. I don't know if we'll play both, but that seems fine. It's been a weird draft. Like, on the one hand, we're not in the right colors. We haven't found a great lane. But the deck seems good. Yeah, we might not run the hero, but there was nothing. If I missed something, great, and I just didn't see it, that's my bad, I guess. We're not in the red at all, though, so I'll take a sword in case we decide we need it. Here's splash potential, or just... I know we're not splashing, right? So yeah, I'll just take more uncommons. All right, well, we got some gem grind at least, and I'm going to show you this here deck. Got to make 3 cuts, and I'm going to take a bio break while you consider the options. I'll get into deck building view so you can see, and I'll be right back, and let me know what the changes are, okay? Hello, me talking like I am not on mute, sorry. Anyway, I just seeing what we're at. We're looking like we want to get rid of more non-creatures and creatures. I was pointing out that Heliod and Omen are funny because Heliod is a creature that's not, and Omen is not a creature that is. So I think Minions Returns gotta go. Maybe 1 Omen? Yeah, Familiar's pretty weak here. We're not doing much to make it bet. Like, we got heroes that are a little better. These are all pretty weak, honestly. Yeah, they're weak, but that's a great point, Hat. Hey, Hat, how you been? Feel like you haven't been here in a while. Or have I missed you? In any case, if I've missed you, hi. Where's Hat? There he is. So then, let's see. I think I'd do like cutting 1 Omen. And I understand about flying counter bearers being our winner, but I still think we can cut a hero and be on that plan, or maybe the familiar. 2 heroes, no familiar, 1/1. Yeah, this is again, we're not super happy with these medium below replacement flyers. Let's not even call them medium. These below replacement flyers are not super impressive, but we are trying to get counters on them with Heliod and win. And to that end, I don't think I want to go to 17 to 16 either. We have Treacherous Blessing to draw cards. We have Heliod Sun Crowned as a way to someplace to put mana, although you need a trigger for it, so it's not, you know. Let's try this, and we're gonna call it Harv is like taking a stand. You're wrong, Harv. You should see my 2 familiar, 3 insightful or staggering insight deck. Let me tell you, Harv, 3 Staggering Insights love a couple of familiars. They love it. No, I'm gonna let, and we're gonna rat sleeves. Well, Harv, look at what you said. I don't have to. What's your point, Harv? You said familiar does not work in any deck. It is unplayable. You, sir, are wrong. Feels familiar then. Yeah, it was a tough cut because the Omen does have Black Omen has a lot of synergy with what the deck is doing outside of its Raise Dead capacity. However, Raise Dead effects early are so frustrating that I felt like cutting 1 is fine because we really don't want them early. I feel like my audio is low. What's going on? What have you done, Ryan? Sound low to you all? What's going on? We got some stuff here, but Appa's got 3 mana, including the Deny. This feels like a Deny. I'm going to go with Familiar. Drawing out counter spells on turn 3 is a good use for Thaumaturge's Familiar. Wayfarer looks good here with a couple of triggers in our hand, so I'm going to keep that, even though it's a little late. Although it also sets us up, we don't really have, we're choked on white, so maybe it's a little off to keep a white card, because right now our only non-white play is the Mire's Grasp. I think if we had more white, I would keep this, because we could 2 spell, we could go Pious Wayfarer and then have the Will up already or whatever, but with only the Grasp, I think I'm gonna, yeah, well, let's go looking for Heliod. Good call. Huh. Well, I'm just gonna go Hero here. And actually go Sunmane. Yeah, let's go Sunmane. That's better. Sunmane plus Will could be a nice turn as well if they go for a block. They go for a double block. I cast it right into the open Deny mana under the assumption that if they had Deny last turn, they would have gone ahead and, oh, I guess they did have a goal, so maybe they were like, well, we could deny the next thing, but yeah, it just didn't, after last turn, it didn't smell like a Deny, so I went for it. kind of hope this gets them to be aggro, like maybe dropping the Pious Wayfarer and having the protection of the bounty will cause them to turn sideways. I think would be in a pretty good spot if they do that. Yeah, they didn't get aggro. And we're still choked on planes, so this is like the worst draw in our deck among them. Still, though, we could go Mire's Grasp Hero as a turn here. But with Indomitable Will, boy, they could have instant speed auras here as well. But we can't give lifelink and vigilance without giving up our ability to play the Indomitable Will. So I think I'm going to send in and give him a chance to blow him out with the Indomitable Will. Or we could just, we could also just hero pass. Do you want to grasp anything here? I'll just play the hero and pass. What do you want to grasp? You just want to get rid of the bounty? I mean, we're gonna have to get rid of it anyway, right? Like, eventually that thing's gonna die. So let's, sure, let's do it now. Gives us a target for Rise to Glory as well. Eidolon actually close to getting value for Oppo, but we're gonna... Gosh, the swamps! The swamps! Alright, well, let's charge in. They got no good blocks anywhere there, and if something dies, it actually feeds our Rise to Glory anyway. If they're not going to do anything... I mean, we could will the hero. But nothing's happening bad to us here. I think we should just... I could lifelink as well, but I do want to keep the will up. I'm going to just let this happen. And not do anything, and keep it all available. Do I play this swamp? I guess I do. They're not playing black. They're not going to make us discard. And we could want a bunch of mana next turn. I still could have waited. If we need mana next turn and we draw a spell, we could play it. But... there's no way we can really spend 7. Boy, MTG Bot really wants to let me know about Magic Online. So you think it would just worth it for extra damage and a bigger hero? That was to the shuffler. Wow, so bad. What have they got? enchantment card so they can bring back Alseid. Yeah, I was gonna say had. It probably just means that they're having real issues with Magic Online right now. That's generally what that means. What a joke. Our 6th swamp. Just gonna pass. I'm going to be patient, Coolio, but that's something we can try and force that action. Well, there's a plains. Yeah, I'm going to keep waiting, actually. Well, we're going to lose to that if they find any kind of enchantment fall. I mean, I guess they're looking to go ahead and trade this off so they can bring back Alseid, which triggers for the Grace and gives them a creature and gives them protection for the Grace. So, actually not going to do this. We're going to see if they will block. Well, maybe they do that. I could see them wanting to just protect their bomb, too. Not time to scoop yet, Nantuko. If they go for a block with their Archon, we have a chance. That gives us a chance, too. But let's start with the attack out. Ideally, they block something with the Archon. I'm not expecting them to, but maybe they get frisky. Let's will the Pegasus. And let's see. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We can actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they have the deny here, well, we have final death, so, and this still works against all that. We could Final Death the Archon right now. If they let them untap, they could get the 4-mana counterspell or something, but we're not sure what's up, Deacon. Maybe it's Mantle. There's going to be a point at which we can't beat it. Yeah, we can put at least put it on their upkeep. Hat wants to wait until there's an enchantment on the stack. That's kind of what I was thinking, but does it really matter, Hat? Is it better to wait till they play an enchantment, or better to just do it on upkeep before they draw the Spirit Mantle, you know? I'm generally not in the habit of playing around the memory drain. Yeah, is this me or is this them? What's going on here? Should I quit and come back in? Maybe all of Wizards is having technical issues. All right, let's try real quick, restart. If this doesn't work out, I'll file a bug report. I have video evidence of my bug report. Not that you need it. They'll take care of you. Pay no attention to the game that didn't happen. Blah. We do have a turn 3 Nightmare, which is almost worth keeping in and of itself. I'm going to keep it. It's so good on turn 3 that I'm going to keep it. Looks like the system had us draw that game, D. I don't know what happened, but we got neither a win nor a loss, and the game ended, so... Tim knows you can, I mean, anytime you're unhappy with your experience, you can reach out to Wizards, and they'll try to make it right. How about this turn? This is why I kept. My goodness, get that Wanderer, and then we'll get something out of their hand next turn. I mean, so like, for example, we could reach out and say, we were having a great game in game 1. It was awesome. It was fun. I was enjoying myself. And then, oh, no card to choose. That's an unusual whiff situation. But see what they're doing. Pretty greedy. Although this is going to fix their hand completely. So now they're going to go pretty nuts here. This is quite a lot of value for Oppo in hand. Petitioner. Oh, I thought this was the training. I saw Setessan and thought it was Setessan training. So maybe not as good, but still. if they go for a Acolyte, they get something back, but then we get the rest of their yard at least. Woof. Can I get that first oppo and their bombs? Or maybe can we do that thing again where this game goes away? Interesting choice. Wow. All right. I mean, I like Wanderer a lot, but couldn't they have gotten back? Oh no, they can't. Oh, yeah, they could have gotten back at Rowan games? Wow. I'm surprised. Punished. You can take your never punished and put them away. The never has ended. I think I did go 16-1 with lands. Seems like it. You know what? It's early, but I just am not feeling it. I know that's a super early punt, but or a super early scoop. But I'm fun oriented, and that game was not going to be any. That game was not fun. I mean, that was going to be me spending 15 minutes losing to that. I think you'll all... You don't know it, but you should thank me for that. That was going to be a boring, grindy loss. Envoy off the top is nice here. Get something to do on 2. Wouldn't mind something to do on 3. Really, Blessing isn't a great option. Although, if we don't discard, I would still do it. I gotta do the count. So if we go Blessing, yeah, that's fine. We'll do this. But it's a little early, because then we're taking damage from it like the rest of the game. But if we don't do it, we're not playing anything on this turn. We do have the Pegasus to give us lifelink. I'm gonna risk it. Hat says save it till you need it. I'm gonna do it now. Maybe I'll get super punished. But I think with Pegasus, I'm willing to do it.
There are some who call me Tim.
All right. 4 mana. What do we want to do? We can go 3-drop and a Wayfarer. Or we just drop Glory Bearers. Or, well, I guess we get Sunmane Pegasus down while the shields are down. That's fine. Don't want this to die, but we do have ways to get creatures back too. We've got two rise to glory or rise from glory, the black white uncommon, and we have a black omen. No blocks. Pegasus too valuable right now. Yeah, that's a kind of a favor attack. It could mean a instant speed aura though as well. Could just be a free attack where if we block, they drop a random omen and it's a bounce, you know. What do we like here? A lot of mana open, a lot of cards up. We could start gaining some life and go for just a favored or a familiar that's like whatever if they counter it. If we play what? Wizard? You want to send out these two just because... well, let's start with an attack then. But I was waiting on the attack because one of the options we do have is activate Pegasus, get some life back. But I don't think we need to do that yet. East likes life and Scrybird. I'm going to not take the life right now. Okay. I'll let this bounce happen. You want to do Scrybird? I would rather do, now that shields are down, Favored, and then Favored gets triggered next turn by, like, Grasp and Will. So if we go, like, Favored and Pious here, that's quite enchantment, quite a constellation turn next turn. Why no heal? Because I want to use my mana for other things this turn. Oppo showing pauses, but keep in mind they have Timoret, so Timoret explains any pause you're seeing. We don't know what they have in their hand. Oppo choosing not to activate Timoret there. I don't know if they forgot or whether they didn't want to go shields down, but I don't know what they're afraid to go shields down on against a single swamp. So maybe they just forgot? Like, I would understand if we had open mana, but we didn't really have threatening open mana there. I think they just oh, do you think they're trying to respond to my possible omen? Yeah, maybe. I think you just got to go for it, though. I mean, what? We get our envoy back? Haha. Like, who cares? Now I think we go for Timmy and then save the Will. Let's see if Timmy works here. They could have instant speed. Devotion. If they play a black Pip, they could keep Timuret alive. And let's go here. So the Peggy isn't a trade, and then Aroas is not a trade either. Yeah, they continue, and they didn't eat anything from the graveyard. All very sketchy, but we still have an action of our own, and it's playable with the will and gaining some life. So we can send in the Wayfarer as well, since we do have the Indomitable Will, but I think it actually sets up our attack better to leave it back. I don't want to have to put the Indomitable Will there, and it makes it look like we maybe don't have anything. Because these two attacks are good without anything, and this one isn't, so... Alright. Eidolon's been seeing a lot more play lately, and this is a number 537, mythic player. Games are going long enough where this matters. We're kind of screaming that we have something here with all of these pauses, but now we get Glory Bearers for the first trigger and Will for the second trigger. Yep, and we're not leaking info because of the Pegasus. So, what are we doing here? Same play, Pegasus. And then attack. And see what they want to do. Indomitable Will is a really nice play here that should... Sure it does. Yeah, I think you're mixing it up with some other recent 3-mana activator that I'm not sure which one it is, but I know those feels. I think there is a 3 activation flyer or something. So we're going to have a... Yeah, this is fine. This is way fine. So do we want to will? Yeah, we just will here. And we'll do this. That seems like an okay result for us. Well, they put a lot of work into that dead favored, leaving us with a pretty decent spot here after the fact. 7 total mana, so we can do it all. Cast both our spells, activate Pegasus, and so on. Looking real good for the home team right now. And Rise to Glory, do we have? Yep, absolutely worth keeping. Just make sure we had both, but we'll keep that. That seems like it locks it up. Like, I don't know. If we weren't already locked up, casting Rise to Glory ought to do it. So this can't be blocked. They block this, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can rise. Let's see. I guess if we just rise, we win, though, right? Because if we rise, we trigger we can just make Temple Thief big. And we get Envoy and Indomitable Will, or Mire's Grasp even. Yeah, Mire's Grasp. And we'll attach Mire's Grasp to... I'll just get rid of a blocker. Hey, Leon's report. How you doing? GG Oppo. Might make this another partial draft. I'll play another game at least, but then I'm probably gonna closing on wrapping up for the day, and I might finish this off there. Well, this is the main free-to-play, though. I usually wait. We'll see. Maybe we'll finish this up tomorrow, but we'll play one more at least right now. I did some speculating, by the way. My last, my final purchase at Card Kingdom before the store closed for in-store pickup was all of the... I got every foil Eat to Extinction they had and a couple of regulars. I feel like Eat to Extinction before it rotates out of Standard is going to be a $5 Magic card. And right now, they're basically bulk. We'll keep this. Do I think the Ikoria Commander decks will have fetch lands? No clue if that's how they want to distribute fetch lands. It's probably too much value, honestly. Like, they don't... If they create... Wizards understands that they don't want to create products that are just arbitrage for people who want to buy them and crack them. But a commander product isn't standard. You're late, Wayfarer. My goodness, you're late. Ugh. Where were you? So, can go Wayfarer and actually Omen. They won't attack. Let's just go Envoy. Kind of sad though. You want to play Wayfarer? I think we can do it next turn. Uh-huh. Okay, okay. So now we got play the planes. We have Omen we can sit back on, or Wayfarer, but I think we just want Wayfarer, and then we have Will and Omen of the Dead if we wanted it. It's about where to put them, Croaker. Like, note that they didn't they do a recent, what do they call those, secret lair for fetches? Like, that's, there you go. That's selling fetches to people who want them. But if you put them in a, if you put them in a, something like a commander product, it dominates everybody's feeling about that product. It becomes the fetch commander product and doesn't let the cards in there breathe on their own. It becomes all about the fetching. I'm going to double block here. We have 2 enchantments we can play, 2 triggers of the Wayfarer if we want them. Same thing, Croaker. Too much value. Like, it's not an easy spot. Oh, sacrifices a creature. Okay, well, let's play Will on the Wayfarer. And then we can just sack the Envoy. Warmonger a little bit on edge, maybe. I'm going to save the Omen. I mean, I know we could go get something technically, but it's not something I'm excited about, so I'm going to pass on that for now. Just going to send in the Wayfarer, and I could drop the Omen here for an extra point of damage, but we're going to keep the Omen hidden and try and get them on the crackback. Might not work, but we'll try. Nice trade. Ooh, Hierophant is probably going to be another trade for this Wayfarer. Rise to Glory, you say. What do we got in here? No auras, but we will get a Will back. So let's could I have stacked those triggers differently to buff a 1/1 instead? Maybe. Did I screw up there? Yeah, maybe I messed up and should have had a still have a creature left. Yeah, so that was a good point. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was so happy to trade a soldier off for the 1 toughness. I was like, yeah, but then I think we could have done even better. You're right. If anyway, I'll send in the pious though. And do we want the envoy back? Kind of like saying no. Let's go. It's a little greedy. Maybe I should just play the 3/4 because it's fine. I just don't think we want the envoy back. Oh, it didn't matter. Okay, thanks, Elgar. I thought maybe we missed something. Certainly, I was not thinking about pumping my tokens. I was just super excited to put a 1/1 in front of the incoming Alseid. Yeah, let's just... let's set up... We have Omen. We have this Omen. If they want to attack, we're ahead on life. They're short on cards. We've got good action in hand. Blessing. Can we afford a blessing? We don't have any of our lifelink right now, but 3 cards feels like it would take over this game. So I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to drop this plains down. And we can even pop it here. Maybe we don't want to do it yet, though. We still have things to do. We can go Lagana Band and get this Omen, and that's decent here. Let's attack first, though. Yeah, it could be deny. Let's draw it out if it is. I would rather get the Lagana Band denied, and then Treacherous Blessing takes over so heavily on card advantage that we should be able to win. Try a restart, refresh your feed. That was working for some people. I think we're just in we're in a mode now in the world where we're consuming. I wonder, anybody have the numbers? I mean, have they reported like how much more overall bandwidth we are using as people in the world right now? I'm going to start with the blessing. See if it lands. And I'm going to offer the Wayfarer now 2, so I'm going to make it 3 power. Now they know we have the Omen, but we're going to send in here and see what they want to do. Probably taking out. They're probably taking the Wayfarer trade here, but that's fine. We're looking to make that trade. Why? D? Why do you want my triggers manual? They are. Manual trigger order, or at least it historically was. I'm going to go with favored here, and then we have nice triggers for it next turn, if it resolves. Another Hierophant. We got ourselves a sun god. That's pretty good. No more. Without pump, like we could also just omen back the pious so that we can trigger all the stuff we want. Actually, I'm going to do that. I could rise the pious, but then this way we get to play Heliod as well. Apparently that was a game-winning line. All right, picked up another. We'll keep going. Free magic for y'all.
Some say I never heard of ya. A rap burglar.
Thank you, Strickler. Appreciate the sub. Using your Prime sub giveaway. This would be looking pretty sweet if one of these was a plains going Wayfarer into Grasp with some of this backup going on, but I don't know if we can keep this. I think it's a little too sketchy. All right, that's better. I can do my usual greed play here and send back the extra plains, knowing we have Wayfarer into any land and we're on the draw, so we have 3 draws to find any land to set up our turn 3 stuff. I'm having trouble making Thassa work, actually, D's. We had one good Thassa deck that it did some stuff in, and then another Thassa deck where we cut her by the end because there just wasn't anything going on. Oh, really? I don't think it's greedy to tuck the land when you've got 3 draws to any land to draw 3. I don't think that was greedy. I think you're not being greedy enough if you're not ditching a land there. So here, let's just take Nightmare the Reaper and get in for a little bit. I spoke to that Fluffy a little bit yesterday or the day before. Let me wait till we're done with this game, and I can tell you my take. Yeah, Myers Grasp is a more powerful pack one, pick one than Haktos, I think. More win heavy. Shouldn't say powerful because that's better. It's definitely better. Spawn and Mogus, so nothing there. Just go with the Glory Bearers here, though. Blessing here gets Glory Bearers through the spawn. And yeah, we'll play this as well. We're at 11 life. They've got pretty big attackers, so we got a blessing, so there is some concern here, but we do have at least a little bit of lifelink and some life coming here. That's fine with me. Happy to get that off the board. I know they can play towards getting it back. Thank you, Swamp Lore. Appreciate that sub, but there are ways from doing that. So they don't know about the Omen. We probably send in the Glory Bearers and see if they want to try the block, and then we can blow them out if they do. Yeah, we could also just Rise here, but no, it's an Aura. It's not. It won't get the Nightmare back. Yeah, I confused myself there too. So yeah, we're gonna send in just the Glory Bearers and see if they'll go for a double block. And if they don't block at all, we have Familiar with Omen at instant speed, and that's a fine sequence as well. They're thinking hard about the offer. They decline. Understandable, but we were happy either way. So that was the great thing about that attack. They're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't. Nice thing here is we can double block the thief with 1/1s, or just make a big familiar. I guess we just make a 2/4 familiar, right? Two 4 familiar blocks the thief. And then 2 1/1s can even block the other thief. We can just put it, threaten them all. Ooh, ouch. Strong card from Oppo to follow. This Alceid's going to do some work, though. Yeah, I have the upkeep stop set. Pious and Lampad. What do we think about that? Another Pious. Maybe not what we need exactly here. But the Lampad's okay. I think I like ditching the second Pious, but keeping the Lampad. Y'all down with that one? I'm gonna go with that. Pretty good, Nantuko. She's learning that having a powerful workstation at home is awesome. Can we send in here? That's the question. I think so. We have Lampad, block, and sack if we need to. For example, we could even prevent the lifelink. We're playing it close here. We are dancing along the edge with this blessing. But lifelinker, some life gain. We have some ways to get some life back above the 7. I don't know why I didn't send the familiar. I guess I want extra blockers back. Like at least these 4 threaten to gang block the Lamia. I didn't mention it, but like that's, and I don't even know if it was correct, but that's what I was thinking about there. Now, of course, they do this, and we don't have that anyway. But with this spawn play, we don't have the 4 power anyway. That's going to give us something to rise, at least. I can sack. Could you sack Alceid to target Blessing? No, I don't think that does anything. Yeah, let's do this, because we can get that back. And we keep the 4 power here. Oh, an ability. Sorry, I thought it was only spell. My bad. I didn't read my own blessing. So yes, we could do that, right? But I don't know if we have to yet. It would work, though. Good call. And Oppo chose not to attack, so that's good for us as well. Ooh, Indomitable Will says maybe we can wait to rise to glory. We got 7 total we could send in with something in Indomitable Will. Maybe we need to keep attacking. If we, what can we attack with where a block with the Lamia is good for us, though? Nothing, really. We can't quite do that. So yeah, I'm going to say no attacks. No, I'm still staying back. Maybe I should. Am I being done with this familiar? I think I'm being too cautious. But I'm really scared of our life total. Woof. I guess I played it too scared, but maybe we have enough toughness. Let's see. Especially if they're not going to attack with the Soul Reaper. Maybe we have a chance here. 9 total. Yeah, well, anyway, let's start with, where do we want the will? Probably on the Alcea to get maximum lifelink. Guess we got to dump a bunch of lifelink, dump a bunch of power onto the lifelinker. Then we go here, like here, and then if we do this, do we have to, so we take 5, because we'll, like, we can sack this, take nothing from here. Just trying to figure out how much. I think we just do this. I'm preventing some damage here. Yeah, I know it's last rope. I had to do something. I'm not loving this block, but I had to do something, and I'm just gonna pass. Bad draw for us, but we do have Rise. What can we do with that now? This is a decent deck for it, Nebula. It's got some issues, but this is a decent deck for it. We have a lot of lifelink and some natural ways without using a card to get rid of it. I don't even know what we're getting and how it's going to work, but I guess we get Glory Bearers is our biggest creature. We just got to get our biggest thing here as opposed to our lifelinker, I think. And then Indomitable Will, of course. And I think we need it down here. I think we might just still be dead, but that's all I got. It's the trample that's the big problem here. Honestly, I could play the land for the Lampy, but if the way we don't lose this turn is to literally sack all 3 of our creatures, guess what? We're dead. Like, it didn't really matter. If we end up with no creatures, if it ends up being that we needed the mana to survive, it meant we weren't winning this game anyway. Are we not dead, 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 dead? Let's see. We can Omen. That costs us a life. We get Alseid. And that costs us a life. I think we're just dead. I'm surprised we're not dead already. I think Oppo is giving us a chance. See you, Nantuko. But we also need to do this. And we need this. I still think we're probably dead as soon as Oppo kind of counts the trample, but if Oppo's not going to be swinging at us, we'll make him do it. Feels like Oppo is just playing with their food here. I don't know what they're nervous about, but we are up against huge amounts of trample at 3 life and a treacherous blessing. So at some point, Oppo, just go for it, and I think you'll get there. But maybe they're going to wait again. I mean, we can survive this. And just do this to kill the trampler, and then yeah, we save all the trample here. Trample damage with this block. And no reason to save either of these. We can do the kill our treacherous blessing trick, but right now we're gonna see what the top of the deck holds. Another Rise and a Sunmane Pegasus for some lifelink. Yes, please. We keep the Rise. What are we getting? We get... I guess we put the Rise underneath and take the Peggy off the top. And do we have to... I would... I want to get rid of this, but this is worth more life to us as a blocker than it is getting rid of the blessing here. Yes. Block and sack is when we'll do that. Good point on the trampler. Does that leave us dead? I wish we had a way to exile their graveyard, but we don't. Maybe we're dead now. But we have 2, we're at a virtual 4, 5, if we want to just use all of our lifelink. Still think we're just slowly dying here, but we're making them work for it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, trample, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have plenty of toughness this turn. Yoicks. And they got a full yard as well. Double Farika spawn. Eventually, we need to get rid of the blessing. Oh, whatever. I'm playing my lands. Do we need to rise something here or lose? And if so, what? We could rise the Lampad. Lampad gives us some life options, but at the cost of stuff. I think we have to because of the spawn coming. Yeah, with the spawn upcoming, we need to do this for something. Uh-oh. Are we messed up again? Clearly, I never should have scooped any game today because the arena might save you. Oh, what did it say? Are we done? Well, we are... What's our record with this deck? I'm going to call... Oops, I'm going to call the record for this deck... We're currently, I think, 3-3. We've lost 2 games that the computer, that the system didn't tax us for. Like, yeah, arena error in your favor. But I was gonna stop early anyway, so I guess Wizard saw that I was about to lose and was like, well, we can't let Ryan lose. We better shut down our entire game system. So, sorry, Arena. I'm sorry to see Wizards having some problems today. Sounds like Arena and Magic Online are both coming up and down today, and we're going to call that a stream then, I guess. Maybe we'll finish up this draft, and there'll be a part 2 of this, YouTube. Check for part 2 in the comments or the notes. If not, maybe I ended up finishing this off stream, and this is it. So this could be it. Maybe there's a part 2. Check and figure it out. But other than that, see you, YouTube.